Welcome back to the live stream. Good morning here from Florida and Japan. It's evening, I guess it's right. Thank you, Dennis. Have a good work, man. And also have a blessed day. Hey Jaden, so what makes this setup unique was about $700 on my YouTube channel. I made a tutorial and you can watch step by step, and I break down all the costs. Obviously when you build a simulator you have like PC, TV, monitors, wheelbase, that kind of stuff. Counting only what makes this unique, the car parts, electronics to make it work, it was around $700. And a lot of work, but not complicated work, just a lot of work. Did I have to solder things? For the cluster, no. For this parts here, because every single button here works, yes, I did have to solder things here. Especially to the board, because I basically created the button box using the original board. So it's a simpler process, but still requires some soldering. But not for the gauges, no. The gauges are just, you know, pins in the back, so I just plug the pins, put the code, and it works. Hello. The dash came from a Volvo S60R 2005, the sport version of that Volvo. That's why it has a few different things, like the R here on the steering wheel that you can't see, but it's here. The chassis settings here, the Spaceball, which is this manual transmission here, 6-speed manual. Yeah, that's a very unique. Oops. Too soon. Ow, ow, ow. So yeah, the Spaceball, that's how they call this shifter here. The Spaceball is very unique to Volvo, J. I think only, no, not only Volvo. I think there's a Honda. I don't know which one, but I've heard about that Honda that has a similar shifter. Yeah, yeah, so when I program the dash, I can put it to say whatever I want. I can just change it. So now it's on the car, what car I'm driving, and then I can also say the music. So I'm currently listening to Stream Beats by Harris Heller on Spotify. That's why you can see there the song name. I don't know. That's a good question. And I'm driving the Porsche 911 GT3 here on no Hesi. But if you want to learn more about my simulator, you can check out my YouTube channel. There is a lot of tutorials there. I'm making more tutorials, teaching how to use the Apple CarPlay, how to put a steering wheel, how to build this, all the electronics, everything. Thank you for the follow, Chris. Yeah, I mean, if you guys are interested and like the content, just hit that follow button. Check out my YouTube channel. There's a bunch of cool stuff there. I'm also streaming there, so if you're curious about seeing the triple screen setup that I have here right now, on YouTube, you can actually see the whole stream. So, hello guys that are on YouTube. I see there's 4 people. Hey, Melissa. Good morning. Thank you, user. Yeah. Does kind of look like I'm driving a real car, doesn't it? Ah, miscalculated there. Thank you. What game is this? This is Assetto Corsa. Does the dash light up? It is lit. The problem is with the brightness of the TV, it kind of knocks all the lights that are not as bright as the TV down. So all the lights are on, but you can't really see. You can kind of see the needles are lit, but that's about it. If I lower the TV or if I turn it off, you'll see all the lights on. Glad you asked, misinformation. So on my YouTube channel, there's a tutorial, a detailed tutorial on how to build one of these. So basically, it's a real car that I've taken the interior out of and built on top of a wooden structure. And I connected all the buttons, everything, so I can get all the stuff working, like box, for instance, lights, and everything. Yeah. Is the wheel force feedback? Yes, it has 12 Newton meters of force feedback, and I had to take it down to about 70% because it's too heavy and it's not like realistic. I'm driving a car, and cars have hydraulic, force on the steering wheel, so it's power assisted. So if you knock it down a little bit, it gets more realistic. Thank you. So if you're interested, just check out my YouTube channel. And don't forget to follow here as well. Help out a creator that is trying to share information with the world. Does the radio work? Yes, it does, Christian. So right now, because I am live streaming, I'm listening in my headset, but if I change to the speakers I have under the dash, I can control the volume from here. It's just basically coming from the computer, comes as an auxiliary input here. Pretty simple, actually. Didn't have to do much for the radio to work. What kind of car am I driving? So here in game, as it says right here, it's the Porsche 911. This one. What I mean, both things are different things. So you don't think the angles make sense. What angles? So the angle you see is made for you to have it more centered towards the camera. Because there's no parallax in monitors, obviously, I have to choose an angle. So that's why it might look off to me or to you, depending on how I make this. How much did it cost? So about $700 in car parts. And on my YouTube tutorial, I go in detail for every part, how much does it cost, and break down everything. When I go in between cars, so that's oh, well, it's an online server, not as realistic physics as the real world, but it's fun. And you have the point system, so you can kind of just go, and if you crash, it'll have 3 strikes, and then it zero out. It's gonna reset your points. Yeah, the Porsche 911 GT3 is pretty nice. This is blue, I think. Yeah. I don't think it's navy blue though. Woo. Ah, got that. Which Assetto Corsa? Sorry, Stian, I don't know if you're still here. This is the original Assetto Corsa, the first one, the original, 2013. Hey, Leon Watts, hello. Sorry, didn't see the chat. I have too many chat windows open. Yes, I think this one is a standard GT3 in the no Hesi server. Yeah, it's just a standard. Sorry, I didn't see your question, Stan. I'm good. How are you, Leon? So let's make our U-turn here. Thank you, Poosh. That's a good question. I don't know. Wait for daylight, because I started streaming, it was already night here in the game. Daylight is coming here in Japan. Their night and day cycle, I think it lasts maybe 15 minutes or so. Oh, I forgot to fix my gauge cluster. That's why it's so bright. I have to create, to be able to do this. Yeah, I'm gonna fix it. It's too bright. I gotta create a checklist before I start streaming. There we go. Oh, your birthday was on Monday, Leon. Happy birthday. Belated birthday now. Old man? I'm double your age, man. Thank you, Vegeta. But you are not old. Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I'm gonna create a checklist. This way I don't forget things. I created this now a scene in my OBS just to get things started before I start babbling around. So at least I have that stream starting soon thing. The music checklist, that's true. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, the music, I don't know. I'm just thinking that it's gonna be way easier if I just use like one of these copyright-free screen lists. There's one I'm listening now from Harris. There's this creator, Harris Heller. Green Beats by him on Spotify. It's just a little bit easier, Melissa. So I don't have to worry about that. Especially because YouTube is super annoying with music. Yeah, that is true. Lota. It is a Porsche 911 GT3. I don't keep a stash of dashboards in my garage. Cut wider, use all the lanes. Use the turn signal. Thank you, J. Enriquez. Have I ever seen the reskin for trees? Yes, I did. I have to install it. I actually have access to it. It looks pretty good. Yeah, to Content Manager. Yeah, I'll check it out. I love this map. I think it's my favorite map in Assetto Corsa. When you see what car you're driving. What do you mean in the game? It's just the original the car in game. This is the Porsche 911 interior right here. See it. Yeah, but I don't mind. People talk about, oh, but that doesn't look cool when you have different cars and you're driving a Volvo. Well, if you think about it, if you're driving on a sim rig that's just aluminum metal, basically the same thing. It's not realistic at all. It doesn't look like a Porsche. Unless you have your TV super low and you can see the dashboard, which some people do have, and I think that's pretty cool. But I still prefer having like real buttons to press and do things here. Like have a real stock for wiper. I prefer that. A real stock for turn signal. Thank you, misinformation. Yeah, I think it's pretty cool when people really make setups like this. I have a guy that just started building another Volvo, and I thought it was so awesome. And he's using my tutorial, which is even cooler. That's inspiring. Yeah, Arduinos. That was a solution for most of the stuff you see here. Arduinos are pretty cool. Did I make? Yes. It's all DIY. Yes, it does have a clutch. I have 3 pedals. I don't think you can see it over on TikTok. And I think you can't even see it on YouTube. The angle doesn't help, but yes, there is 3 pedals here. Yeah, the custom text on the on the dash, that took a while, man. That took a long while to make, but now it's working. So I can put anything there. I can put tire pressure, I can put any game information, music information, so I can change here. If I turn the knob, that is the same knob that changes the information in the real car. You know, I can have like, now it's the music that's streaming, and I can go back to the car name, which is Porsche. Where is it? There you go. Yes, the miles are working. Yes. 386 miles here on the trip. When I started using this gauge, it didn't work and I had 98,000 miles, but I finally managed to make the miles work this year. So now they're perfectly calibrated. And it took a lot of calculations to do that. That was fun. Yeah, super accurate. They have less than 0.1 miles of error after I drove 100 miles, so I'd say it's pretty accurate. There's still a little bit of fine-tuning I could do, but I'll take 0.1 in 100 miles. You do, yeah. Assetto Corsa with Shutoko Revival Project in no Hesi. A great combination. What kind of car is that? Which one? The dashboard or, well, answer both. So here in game I'm playing with a 911 GT3, and my car here, the dashboard is from a 2005 Volvo S60R with the Spaceball that I love. S60R, you're correct in this information. Thank you guys for helping out in the chat. The BMW M3, that's also nice. I built a BMW E60 simulator also. You can check out on my TikTok. A few videos ago I posted about it. Hey, MRE, welcome back. Am I tempted to weave like this in real traffic? Absolutely not. No, I do this here because it's safe and it gets out of my system, and I usually drive like an old lady in real life. I don't cut traffic like this, ever. Especially because when you start doing this here in game, you see how luck is involved. And in real life, you might run out of luck eventually, and that is not a good day. Yes, I remember you, MRE. You were watching yesterday. Yeah, anything custom. I can change that to say my GPU load, the track time, what is the game that I'm playing. I just chose to have the car name because a lot of people ask what car am I driving here in game. I'm driving a Porsche GT3. Go on the other camera here. But this camera is a little too high, but you can see the car. Nice, Hassan. You can build one. I have a detailed tutorial on my YouTube channel. And hello everyone on YouTube Shorts. You guys are not talking a lot, but I appreciate all of you. Yeah, the buttons are super useful, and they all do something. Like, there's a traction control down here, so this one is a traction control in my real car, and I can turn it on and off. You can't see, but it's up there. It's telling me that's changing. This button here to stop and play music, so I can press. Music will stop. Music will play. I can even change my rear view mirrors. If I press the rear view mirror button here, then I can move the rear view. I have a D-pad behind my steering wheel here that comes from the original Volvo. The light indication, I think you can see there's the little corner of the light. If I turn it off, you'll see it going off. There you go, the light indication is off now. Because of the angle, it's like the first light on the side, so you can't really see in the camera, it's angled. The buttons here on the steering wheel work to change the Apple CarPlay display. So here's the, like, a lot of information about turbo, water temperature, current lap, tire pressure, track information. On YouTube, people can actually see it and read it because I have right here the Apple CarPlay, and also on Twitch. Hey, Luna, nice to meet you. So on my YouTube, exactly where you are, you can find a tutorial that details all the costs. So about 700 bucks. Wait, yes, you can see the turn signal. If I just click the turn signal here, you can't see the stock here. You can see on YouTube, but not on TikTok because the screen is much narrower. But I can go right, and then if I turn, it's not gonna turn off, and then I go back, it's gonna go off. And the same thing to the left. So now it's to the left. If I turn left and then go back to the right, now it's gonna disengage. What game is this? This is Assetto Corsa. Does the NCALC formula control the cluster lights? It can control the cluster lights, MRE. I chose not to. And the reason is I don't really use it's on 100% brightness right now. And the only reason you can't really see it on camera is because the TV is so bright that anything else that's not as bright gets dimmed down. So that's why you can't really see the lights, but everything here is lit. So all the lights here in the dashboard are on, but you can't really see it unless I turn down the brightness a lot here. I'm glad to hear misinformation. Crashed. Yeah, so there's a lot of cool things you can do with Arduinos, and well, this is one of them. You can essentially just build the whole car in your home office if you want. Technology is so cool nowadays. Hey, Hydro, what's going on here? So I'm driving my simulator to work. I work home office, so I'm commuting right now. Is there a dual clutch option? I mean, if you're driving an automatic, I guess, but I only have like one clutch pedal. How did I get the speedometer working? So the speedometer works with an Arduino Uno and a CAN bus shield on top of it. That will connect to the computer through the USB that has a software called SimHub that gets the game data and sends it to the cluster that will convert it to CAN IDs and CAN messages. That's in short, that's how it works. The handbrake warning signal in my NCALC formula. Yeah, you can do all of that. That's pretty cool, MRE. In fact, if you use NCALC formulas, you can do things like I did here. You see, in this game, because it's a racing game, what's more important for me? To know if my high beams are on or the shift light. So that's why if I go like all the way here, you see the high beams lights are on. That's my shift light. So I used NCALC formula to say, like, if I have red line 1, then turn the lights on. So you can do whatever you want. So you can use the fog lights, even the handbrake you can change for something else. Like you'll see the light will come on. Yeah. And that's the handbrake. Thank you, Toshiba. But you could find a way to write it off on taxes. That's pretty funny, Elephant. Playing a video, not even driving. That's funny that you think that. That's the weirdest thing, and I've heard some weird things here on TikTok, dude. Did I build this? Yes. Oh man, imagine a motion platform. That'd be pretty awesome. Is it hard to make? No, it's not hard. It's just a lot of work, but it's not hard. And on my YouTube channel, you'll find a tutorial, detailed tutorial, step by step, teaching you how to make this, the wood structure. I'm recording tutorials on all the electronics, how to change things, and you can, like, all the buttons work. You can turn the wipers, turn signal, everything. Yep, a Volvo S60R 2005. Thank you, Peyton. The good old S60R. And I have the real car in my garage, exactly the same like this. It all depends on the car you choose, Melissa. If you choose like a BMW, there's a lot of codes out there. The Volvo. I'm good. How are you? Lepi for Eek. Ooh. Oh, you have an external AC. That'd be pretty cool. I don't really need the AC here for me because I'm in my office and the AC vent in my house is like pointed to me. And so it's pretty cool here. So that's why I don't have any wind coming out of here. But I could hook it up to the buttons here because they work. This button here works. I just didn't map it for anything. But you can see, I don't know if you can see the lights turning on. Yeah, I kind of see it. This took a while to program, guys. This was hard. ZXZ, man, stop spamming, man. You wrote your message, that's okay. Now please stop. Thank you. Simon, you want to find the pinout schemes. Oh man. GitHub will sometimes get you a good amount of information, but it's hard to tell. Depending on the car, it's harder to find. Lifestyle, the game is called Assetto Corsa for PC. Hey, Misinformation, thank you for joining, man. Hope you have a great day. Will, the car was a 2005 Volvo S60R. Am I a driver? I have a driver's license and I drive. Have I ever played Gran Turismo? Yes, I have. What car am I driving in-game? The Porsche 911 GT3. Let me get it outside. Oof. Oof. Crashed. Driving on third person is not as easy as it looks. If you're watching on TikTok, please follow, especially if you're watching on YouTube, help out a small creator to spread the good word. How much am I going to sell the E60 rig? That's a good question, Simon. I don't know yet. But as soon as I finish doing the electronics, I'll come up with a price. Especially for the work, it's not the cost of the parts itself, because parts are really cheap. I think whoever buys it is the type of person that really likes it, but wouldn't build it anyways. Because I really think that people who can build should build, not buy it. It's a lot more fun. The building process is just as much fun as the playing part. Hey, hello, Don Petro. T-Pass, the game is Assetto Corsa. Does this thing has force feedback? Yes, it does. 12 Newton meters of it. I actually have to turn it down because it's too heavy if I leave it to the max. Parts have power steering. They're not like, you know, like too heavy. But it has force feedback, so if I crash, you'll see it move. And if I leave it at 100%, I can break my wrist. And I don't want that. Why does it look so real? I think it's a combination of things. Is the dashboard and the game. They're adding a Honda CR-V? That is funny. Why did they never add a Volvo? How much was the dash? The whole interior was about $350-ish. If you add all the electronics, everything you need, that's about $700. Including the seats, $350. Do I drive that like this in real life? I do not. Why do I got a dash and it's old? Well, because it's a car that I have a big passion. I love this car. I have the same car in my garage. It's my garage queen. The Volvo S60R 2005. I think this interior is beautiful. Very practical. There's a lot of buttons. I can do things with the buttons. Press the buttons and I like it. But it's preference. If you don't like it, well, build another one. When I'm focused on the game, I'm okay. I'm not that good, but I'm trying to read the chat and answer people, so that's a little bit complicated when you're driving and trying to read two chats. I thought about putting covers, yeah, on the back, so it kind of masked the wall a little bit. But I don't want to put doors and roof. It kind of constricts the view. I like having this open, you know, thing here. What kind of PC? Well, you don't have to have a super powerful PC if you only have one monitor. I have triple screen here on my setup, all running 4K. So I do have a very beefy computer. It's a 4090 with a 9950 X3D right now. The Celica GT4, nice. It's a nice car as well. I like the looks of it. Can we go for the gap? No, we can't. But we tried anyways. Yeah, if Gran Turismo was on a PC, I would definitely play it a little bit more. For Assetto Corsa, $70? I don't think it's that expensive. Consider following if you're not following on my TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. Am I using the clutch? Yes, I am. So I'm hitting the clutch right now, and I took it off. So yes, I am using the clutch. Yes, Ramiri, I am. In fact, on my way to work, I work home office. And in about 10-15 minutes, I'll be shutting off the live stream to just turn around, log on my computer, and start working. And that is true. The game is Assetto Corsa. What do you mean if I can't actually drive? I can. I have a driver's license for over 25 years. Can you get the game on PlayStation? I don't know. That's a good question. I know you can't get the buttons working on a PlayStation. You can get a steering wheel working, you can get all the, you know, like the look of a real car, but I'm not sure if you can get Assetto Corsa on PlayStation. I know it's available in one of the consoles, I think it's Xbox, but I'm not sure. Yes, exactly, not with mods, so there you go, there's the question. I'm not 100% sure. I have a PS4, but it's super old now and it's not even connected. It's in some closet here somewhere. Hello, hello. How are you doing? You have an Xbox. Well, it's pretty cool too. I mean, it's super simple, right? You just turn it on and play. Not that many miles, man. 107,000. This car was 20 years when it stopped working. So I'd say it was 98,000 miles. I'm putting more miles on it. Too bad that I can't zero the miles again to have it fresh. I'd love to do that, but I try to get a different cluster, just a experimental cluster I have. And I ran a program that would just run the miles all the way to 99,000 and trying to get to the million and zero, but it just gets stuck in the 99999. So unfortunately, I'm doing well. Back streaming here on TikTok and also on YouTube and Twitch. What got me into sim racing? That's a good question, Z. I always enjoyed sim racing when I was younger, and I never could afford a steering wheel when I was younger. So during the pandemic, I was like, I want to buy a steering wheel, start playing. So I bought the T300, the Thrustmaster, and I built a wooden sim rig, just, you know, 2x4s. And one day I was like, I want to get a seat, a car seat. So I went to the junkyard, and the car seat was super cheap. Like, I paid $15 for a BMW seat. This was in mint condition. So I thought to myself, well, if I bought the car seat, I could as well buy the whole interior, and that'd be, you know, ergonomic at least. And that's how this whole madness started. Adrian, if you want to see the setup, it's much quicker if you just check out some videos of mine on TikTok right now. And you'll see it. The Chirac Princess. So how did I do this? You can check out my tutorial on YouTube. There's a detailed tutorial, step by step, on how to do this. All the steps. Thank you, John Zing. How to get the name of the car and the gauge. So essentially, I found how to write things here. So I can write anything here. I can write what the song name is right now. So this is the song that's playing now. This is the playlist. Green Beats by Harris. And then I can change it to the car name. I can put the time, I can put the track, I can put whatever information there. BeamNG is great, man. I love BeamNG. One of my favorites, actually. But I don't know, for sim racing, people do use it for sim racing, especially for rally. But I like to crash, just to decompress. Thank you, everybody who's hitting that follow button. Thank you. Crash here, I was reading the chat. Do I play Euro Truck? I do play American Truck Simulator, Stian. I don't have Euro Truck, but I do play American Truck Simulator, and I'm actually thinking about streaming. What the heck are you talking about? Black profile face? Scared of what? Like driving in real life? Not scared. It's called not being stupid. Thank you, Philip. I try to read the chat because I think the main purpose of me not only playing here and having fun is share information. So if people are curious and want to know, why not tell them? And nothing here is like copyright protected. I mean, anyone can build this, and I highly encourage people to build this. That's why I made the tutorial on YouTube, and anyone can just follow the steps and build one of these. I think that's super awesome. M66 Spaceball. There's a guy that knows it's their Volvos. Not only the Spaceball name, but you know the name of the transmission. Oh, nice! Germany. That's pretty cool, man. The interior is from a Volvo S60R, man. It is addicting. I love ATS. American Truck Simulator is so much fun, and I have a special screen for my American Truck Simulator. It tells like how far you are, the real life ETA, like the cargo, the tickets. It tells you a bunch of things. See you later, MRE. Thank you for joining. Who? Me. I built everything. You can see on my YouTube channel. Nobody hooked it up for me. I learned how to do all the wiring, soldering. I'm not a coder, so I use ChatGPT to code, and it works quite well. But I did every single thing you see here. Even the Apple CarPlay, I created this. Is this generation of S60 a good car? I'm biased, Emilio, but I think it is. Especially if you buy a P2, which is this generation, 2005 to 2009. They have better, like the ECU is improved, a bunch of small things. Like I like the looks of the interior. So yeah, I think it's a good generation. I do have the SPA as well in real life. I have 3 Volvos. I have the 2005 one, just like this car. I have the 2020 T5, and I have the 2022 T8. Pretty good car too. Is the real life car on? No, I'm not in a real car right now. I'm just in my home office. I'm close to 50 million again. Yeah, that's true. I didn't even see it. Yeah, well, again, I'm biased. I was 20-some years old when this car came out, and it was a dream car of mine. I had a Volvo 850 when this car came out, and I remember like it was yesterday. I went to the dealership, and I saw this blue gauge, and I was in love immediately. So a few years ago, when I had the opportunity to buy a nice working example of this in manual, I just bought it. Has 110,000 miles, I think, on it. Right now, 108. I'm gonna crash it. But it's a pretty good car. I really like it. What's the best trim? The S60R is the more complete one. You get the active chassis settings, you get all the chrome pieces. If you get the other, like the T5 and the other trims, you'll get the wood trim, which are cool too. But what is my current dream car? That's a good question. So my current dream car is the Cadillac CT5 Blackwing. That's my dream car right now. Like if I could buy with any budget, that'd be the one. Black profile face. No, the screen is flat. It's just 3 TVs here. I have one TV, 65-inch here, one here, and one here. If they sell setups like this, no, unfortunately you have to build your own. I've never seen anybody selling it. Eventually somebody will start selling it. I'd love to do that, but unfortunately it's not economically viable for me. I have a full-time job, an office job, and I kind of like it, so can you see the outside? Yes. E36. I like it. Yeah, I don't like the compact one either, Philip. I like the E36 models. I think they were pretty cool. A Hellcat. That's her dream car. Yeah, that's a pretty cool car too. I don't want to hit something big, Blue. I'm doing not that bad now. And I have just one more strike. I don't know if you can see the lines. There's a red line. My best points is 319 million, so I'm not even close. So I'm not going to break my record, but I'd say 85,000, and reading the chat, it's pretty good. But I will hit something eventually, so don't worry. Thank you, Carlos. No, I am at 436 miles. All these miles on the partial odometer here are streaming since, I think, Monday. Which is funny. Like, I drove nearly 500 miles just streaming. What type of simulator is this? This is just a game called Assetto Corsa. Ooh. If you are not following, consider following. If you're not subscribing to my YouTube channel, please help the channel grow a little bit. I'm trying to get more eyeballs on my videos, especially the tutorials. So if you're interested in how to build one of these, just head out to my YouTube channel, subscribe, and check all the tutorials that I made. And I'm making more tutorials. Maybe one day I can start living just by building simulators and teaching people how to make them. But the dash is from a real car. Yes, it's from a Volvo S60R 2005. If I stay focused, Melissa, I'm not going to read the chat. I don't mind if I crash. It's 132 points. A million points. I don't know. Do you remember what's my record streaming? I think this is it, right? I think I did 100 million once streaming. The screen size is 65 inch. What do you mean, sim wheel? So I have three 65-inch TVs here. Thank you for the follow. Thank you everybody who's hitting that follow button on TikTok and on YouTube. I see you guys. You're quiet on YouTube, but I think that's the thing. And if you're on TikTok and want to see how I built this, head out to my YouTube channel. Link is in my bio. Same handler, Flybrick S60R. If you want to remember, just remember, Volvos are bricks. This one flies. An S60R. What's the setup to get this track? So you got to check out No Hesi Discord, and you'll get all the information you need to get the cars, the track, the traffic. This track is called Shutoku Revival Project, and it's an open world track that mimics the Shuto Expressway in Japan. prompt bots. I don't know. I didn't see any bots. What wheel do I have? So the wheel is a Volvo, but the wheel base is a Fanatec Clubsport DD. Is the car on? I mean, it's driving. It is on. Are there exits? Yes, Devin, there are several exits you can take, but they lead to 2-lane roads, and I can't cut this well on 2-lane roads because you get stuck in traffic sometimes. Sometimes I take those exits, but now I'm doing some point run. I have just one more strike, so I don't know how long it will last, but I think I'm on my record streaming. My record of all times is 319 million points. That was my best yet. The game name is Assetto Corsa. Thank you, Devin, for the heart. Where's the beer? That's a good question, man. It's morning. I gotta work soon. I'm commuting to work right now, so no beers. Did I buy that wheelbase at full price? 1K is crazy. You're right. No, I didn't buy it full price. Yep, I just did a dash conversation. Just conversion, I think is what you meant. But yes. Did I ever end up somewhere? Or is it the game called Traffic? Yeah, you can end up somewhere, but what I'm doing right now is just cutting traffic so I can get the points and stream and talk to you guys. So you can see I'm at 183 million points right now. It's called maneuvering your obstacles, yeah. It's called no Hesi. This server is called no Hesi. There's this very dumb thing in real life that people cut traffic. It's called no hesitation. And I think that's in real life, that's real dumb. But in game, it's fun. GTA 6 looks better than this. Well, they better. GTA 6 doesn't look better than a 20-year-old game now, 10-year-old game. 207 million points, nice. And I'm reading the chat. I'm still reading the chat. Assetto Corsa, yes, 2014, that is true, so 11 years now. So if GTA 6 doesn't look better than this, whew, they better look for a new business. What car am I driving? So I'm driving the Porsche 911 GT3. Which is a pretty cool car, I like it. How much money for the whole setup? So what makes this setup really distinctive is about $700. All the other parts are like interchangeable. You can buy a different wheelbase, you can buy a different monitor, but the car parts, the electronics, the Arduinos, the LCD screen to make that navigation work, that's about 700 bucks. What's the wheel? So the wheelbase is a Fanatec Clubsport 12 Newton meters, and the steering wheel is original Volvo S60R. Am I running a Moza platform? Not on this one. I did build a Moza on my tutorial. So if you go to my YouTube channel and check out my tutorial, you'll see the Moza. Can I drive a Hellcat? It depends on the server. I'm driving on a server, so the cars that are available to the server are the cars that I can drive. Hey, Arman. Hello. But in theory, you can just drive pretty much any car. What server? So I am in the no Hesi server. Right now, I think I'm tier 2 manual, German cars manual. That's why I'm driving a Porsche. Roblox supported. Yeah, yes. I played Indiana Jones here. So I don't see why you couldn't play Roblox. Rankings, yes it does, and with my best personal time ever, which is 319 million, I'm in 21,000th place. It's not real, Charlie. Yeah, this map is also on BeamNG. It's pretty cool. Pretty heavy for BeamNG. It suffers a little. Oh, didn't crash. 269, but I only have 3 more minutes until the score points will zero out. So unfortunately, Melissa, I don't think we're gonna beat the personal best. That'd be pretty cool to hit my personal best live streaming and reading the chat. That'd be a first. I cut you off? How do I cut you off? What do you mean about the shifter and stuff? Let's see, 271 million, 2, 3. Let's see if I can get, maybe. I have 2 minutes and 47 seconds before this run ends, because it has a time limit. I think it's 10 minutes per run. If you don't crash anybody, you got to get as much points as you can. Otherwise, it kind of, you could make it endless. If you're that good. Can you hold the gas and shift? Yes. It won't work, but you can. Personal best, 90%, 288,000. So it's telling me that I'm at 90% of my personal best, which is not that far. That is not too shabby. Oh boy, I think we're gonna hit the personal best. 300 million points. That would be a first. Now I'm gonna stop reading the chat just for a minute and 44 seconds. Ooh, that was so close. 317 and 318. Holy cow! Live streaming, reading the chat. And I have a new personal best. You see that it just changed there. Got 1 more minute to go higher on my personal best. Sorry, I'm not reading the chat right now because, well, just 1 more minute. That's pretty cool. So let's see where that's gonna put me in the rank. I was at 21,000. Place. 50 seconds. There's a sweet spot speed. That's why I'm keeping it at around 200 kilometers an hour. That's 120 miles. Because if I go too fast, the gaps change. 20 seconds. I don't know about you guys, but when you get nervous, you start making like silly mistakes. Yeah, I almost crashed like twice already. 15. 10 seconds. Can we get to 400? I don't think so. No, absolutely not. And there we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. How long is the highway? I think they have like 100 miles of highway here. That looks easy. So you do that and let me know. Yes, that's my commute. And actually, I'm gonna get to the pits and I'm gonna stop because I gotta start working. Yeah, I'm going on a loop. There's several loops around the map, but it's a lot of miles. Well, we crashed, so we might as well just go bananas here on the speed. We didn't crash, but we zeroed. It feels real. Thank you. Yeah, that's the idea. Ooh, that was a nice cut. Thank you everybody who's hitting that follow button. Consider checking out my YouTube channel or my Twitch if you want to see the whole screen. I have triple TVs here, so you have more to see on YouTube if you want to go there. And if you're just on TikTok and you don't like watching live streams on YouTube, just please follow. Check out my other videos. That's weird because I don't. Who is being rude? It's a like honest question, Kason. Because I'm only seeing like maybe I wasn't reading the chat when I was doing the personal best thing. But I'm like really curious now because I think let me see if I can mod from here. If I wanted to mod you, no, it doesn't give me the option. Oh, just in case. Okay, got it. Yeah, no, it's been pretty calm lately. It used to be bad in the past. And it's been a while since the last time I streamed on TikTok. The game that I'm playing, Kyler, is called Assetto Corsa. What car am I using? It's right here. A 911 GT3. Right here. And I am in the Shutoku Revival Project track, playing in the No Hesi server. How do you get a monitor on your windshield? This one? Oops. Like that one that goes up and down. That's a cool party trick. Yeah, so that's original from Volvo. It was their navigation system in 2005. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Melissa. Is that a game or real life, Rhett? It's a game. Oop, I left the wipers on. And I hope my robot doesn't knock my camera down because my vacuum cleaner is working behind me. Oh, that's sorry to hear that, Avani. Oh, I will. Whoa. Ethan, what you can do is just join an online server, man. No Hesi has a great traffic mod. Oh, I'm down to 18,000th place now from my personal best. I forgot to tell you guys. So my personal best now is 377 million points. In game, I'm using a Porsche GT3 911 right here on the cluster. You can see the car I'm driving. Yeah, look into No Hesi. It's amazing. Pretty good. They have a point system, as you can see right there. Thank you, Fish. Fish underscore. I do have other racing buddies. In fact, most of them are here on TikTok. I have Rice Pudding, Itchy. They usually play here, and we sometimes go together. Going back to the pits. Going back to the pits. How much money does one like give you? Likes, unfortunately, don't give me money. You'd have to send those emoji things. I don't know the name. How would I come join your race? So you could join the lobby. Then I have to go on the public lobby, but you can join there. If you let me know, like when you're playing, I can hop in that lobby. Hey guys, stay nice. On YouTube, Ian is just asking if that's real life. That's okay. There's so little conversation on YouTube. Keep it clean. Your maneuvers. So you do like cut drifting. I think that's pretty cool. I don't know how to drift, and I'm honest about it. I wish I did, but I don't. It looks close to real life with the setup. Yeah, a lot of people ask that question. I mean, at first glance, right? And then you see the point system, you see the cars that are kind of like cartoonish. Obviously, the graphics are pretty cool, especially like when it's like dawning like this or dusk. It looks pretty cool. And it looks beautiful also in the game. Karen, so it was about $700 in car parts. Yes, I do rev matching it. In fact, if you notice, every time I shift down, I do rev match. And if you watch my sim racing videos, you'll see that I do that all the time. It's just a habit. I don't even think about it. It's just, even if I don't need, I'll just go and rev match. Unless I'm driving like super slow. We're almost at the pits. I'll give you guys a quick tour and sign off for today. Whoa, too early. It's fun. Rev matching is fun, and once you get the hang of it, it gets second nature. If you deliver on time. All right, so let me give you guys a quick look around, especially on TikTok, because you guys can only see this much, and on YouTube you see the whole screen and the side screen as well. So if I go back inside and move my camera, where's my camera controller here? If I move my camera, you'll see my rear view mirror, and that's what I see. And I hope my robot doesn't knock the cameras right next to the camera right now. The game is called Assetto Corsa Babyface. And this is the other side. And that's me. And I have all my window stuff here. So I can't see this rear view mirror because it's blocked by all the streaming stuff. This is the Spaceball. Volvo 6-speed manual transmission. Assetto Corsa. I have a robot in my house. It's just one of those vacuum cleaners. And this is the Philips Hue lights that give me the ambient lighting. So if I change, it won't change because it's just too bright on the side. So it's daylight, it's daylight. If it's down, if it's nighttime, it'll be darker. Yeah. And let's go back to the preset. That's a little more down. The camera, I'm gonna add another preset position. Is this PC game? Yes, it is. How does one get this setup to be so realistic, Romeo? So check out my YouTube channel. Follow if you're not following. Check out my YouTube channel on my bio. I have a tutorial building one of these. I'm not training for real life racings, no, just playing around. How much did I spend? And is that a real dashboard? Yes, everything you see here is 100% from a real car. I spent $700, $300 in car parts, about the rest in electronics. So Arduinos to make every single button work, and the screen, LCD screen. Enderin, I was driving for just about the last hour, man. Sorry about that, but I gotta go to work. I was commuting to work. I just got here at the office. I work from home. AnyDash for free. I don't know if for free, but depends on how you know the owner of the junkyard. Hello, Kalpana. So yeah, thank you for watching. And my daily, so I have 3 cars. One is a Volvo S60 T5 2020, the Volvo S60 2022 T8. Those are the 2 that I drive daily, and I have the S60R 2005, just like this one. On the phone, I don't know many phone games that are cool, man. Sorry about that. Ooh, there goes my rear. All right, everyone. Have an awesome day. Hope to see you guys again. Hit that follow button quickly if you're not following, because I'm gonna turn off my live stream right now because I've got to work. Especially you guys on YouTube, please. I'm not gonna cost you anything. Just hit that subscribe button. Keep subscribed and wait for my other tutorials if you're curious about it. Thank you, lonely person on Twitch right now. I have 1 viewer there. Thank you.